Okay, I think we're live. Hey everyone. Wow, there's already a bunch of people. Oh my gosh. Wolfmaster, Brogan, Julie, Random, Wolf, Ariana, Danny's, Flip, Wolf. Okay, tons of people. Whoa, there's already 82 people in today's live stream. Okay, so there's 230 people. Okay, this is crazy. First of all, guys, let me know if the audio is working okay. These are some little bit better quality headphones than the ones I've used in the past. The ones I were using before, they were like really wishy-washy. Sometimes they'd work, sometimes they'd flick out. The audio is working okay? Tell me if it's working all right. Hello? Hey, Scarlett. Hi, yeah, whoa, okay. Comments are rolling in very quickly. Tons of comments. Wow, this is slightly distracting. So, recently, one of my videos has kind of just blown up and began getting way more views than any of my other videos have in such a short amount of time. And that is the video where I broke my leash and I was stranded out in the ocean and then was able to swim in and I found a fin, and it was a cool video. So, in this live stream, I want to talk a bit about some of the main maybe videos or things in my YouTube journey that have made like a big difference, or like maybe have grown my channel and my audience a lot. Congrats on 80K. Thank you very much. It's so amazing. That vid is how I found your channel. Cooper. Sweet. Yeah, that video. So one thing I've learned from videos that go, you could say, slightly viral, not necessarily in the millions, but just in that one has a few 100,000 views, is it's never the video that you would think would go, we'll just say viral. Sometimes you can spend days working on a video and it will get the least amount of views, and then a video that is maybe just a combination of the title and the thumbnail, for some reason that video will just get way more views than any other video. So let's see. A few videos that I've made that have, let's say, gotten way more views than I expected. One of them was how I bought all my camera gear. And that video, I was just sitting in front of a camera, like this. Just sitting there, and I was telling the story of how I acquired my gear, what little gigs, what little jobs I've done to get my equipment, which I use to make my videos. In that video, I was thinking, maybe just a few people have some questions about it, so I'll make a video about it. Okay, real quick, Rexia Games just super chatted $2. Been watching since 5K. Keep up the great work. Rexia, thank you so much for the super chat. So if any of you are unfamiliar with what a super chat is you can pledge or support money, and then it puts your comment and keeps your comment at the top for everyone to see it. And any super chats are very much appreciated. It's super encouraging to get me to want to do more live streams. So Rexia, thank you very much for the super chat. And that's awesome that you've been around since 5,000 subscribers. Well, I've come a long way since 5K. It's been a crazy journey. Okay, so where was I? How I bought all my camera gear. Like I was saying, it was a very simple video, just story, talking about my story and stuff. And that video, for some reason, blew up. And it didn't necessarily just like blow up right when I put it up, but it was like maybe a few weeks, a few months after I made the actual video that it decided to kind of like get more views than any of my other videos. So that was my first experience with that. And so yeah, I've learned to not try to predict which video may get more views, because you could think one video is going to do really good and you put a bunch of effort into it and you're like super excited to put it up, and then it does decent and it doesn't do it as fantastic as you expected. So yeah, I've learned that. Daisy Mendoza, how old are you? I am 15 years old. And my birthday is on the 31st of December, so I'm about 15 and a half. Jalen Kramer, is it scary when it starts to storm when you're surfing? Yep, it is definitely quite scary, especially if you're out in the ocean, wide open. There's no roofing over top of you or anything. And all of a sudden, the storm just rolls in like a matter of minutes. And all of a sudden, it's just like lightning hits and it's just like, boom. That is pretty sketchy. If you see the clouds rolling in and then you get out of there, then it's not so bad. But when it's just spontaneous, just like, boom, just crazy storm out of nowhere, that's when it's like, whoa, gotta get out of here really quickly. Uh-oh, the stream went offline. Guys, sorry about the bad connection. This is the best internet I'm able to find. On my end, it says very bad connection. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, hopefully it reconnects. Hello? Guys, is the connection still very bad? Guys, I'm really sorry about the very bad connection. I'm not sure where the router is exactly, but if I could find it, the connection might be a little better. It has reconnected. Lag. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just hope the connection reconnects and start working. Okay, where was I? Keep getting sidetracked with these very bad connections and stuff. So, like I was saying, I've learned to not try to predict which video does the best. But another, the special, my Dumas special, that was a big step in my YouTube journey because I did a campaign, and that's to do that special, and that's how I raised a lot of the money which I used to buy my equipment, which I still use a year or so later, still making videos. So, whoa. So that was definitely a big step. I did the Doom Awesome Stuff special, and that was really awesome because it was the first time that I was creating like a longer movie than just a 10 to 15 to 20 minute video, because that was a 45-minute special. So it took a lot more work and thought into making that special because you got to think out what you're going to talk about, how you want it to flow and stuff. It took a lot more time to edit. But yeah, I got to do my first live streams for the people who supported me when I did that. My first special, that's how I got a few of my pieces of equipment that I have gotten so much use out of. Yeah, that was my first time doing a campaign, and it's a really cool story. Before I did that campaign, I did a collaboration with this kid. His name's Alec, and his YouTube channel is Alec in Wilderland. But he came down, he lives in the States, and he does these specials, and he came down to Costa Rica. So he did a campaign to raise money so that he could come down to Costa Rica and we could do a collaboration. So he came down here and we did a bunch of stuff throughout Costa Rica, creating this special, going to different waterfalls, climbing trees, adventuring. And I learned so much from that collaboration. First of all, it was my first collaboration that I had ever done. And also, I got to see how they did their campaign. So if it wasn't for Alec coming down here and us collaborating, I wouldn't have known how to do a campaign, so I wouldn't have done my Doom Awesome Stuff special, and then I wouldn't have gotten certain pieces of equipment, which I'm still using to today. So everything happens in a certain order. So like all the way a year or so ago, if I wouldn't have done that collaboration, I totally wouldn't be where I am today. And plus all these other little things, like certain collaborations and certain videos that I made and stuff, all in this perfect, exact order, had to happen for me to be where I am today. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. AGBH, how do you afford your equipment? Well, I have a video which has, I think, the most views, or the second most views, how I bought all my camera gear, so you can check out that for like in-depth of the stories and stuff. But the main thing is, I don't really like spending money on anything else. So I don't spend money on either an Xbox or video games or any types of little knickknacks or stuff. I would maybe consider myself to try to have a minimalistic mentality. So I like to just save up any money that I get, that I may either make from YouTube or from a campaign or something. I just save it up, so that I can afford to buy a piece of equipment, which I'm going to get a lot more use out of. So yeah, that's my mentality. Plus, if I have items that I don't really need or that I don't get much use out of, I'll either give it away, or if it's like in really good condition, then maybe I'll try to sell it and then just save up that money to get a piece of equipment. And also recently, since I started my Patreon page, that has been a very big help. All my patrons who have been supporting what I do. Block Smasher. Do you know DJI? Yes, I know of DJI, but I've never owned any of their any of the things that they have. Pure Shot 07. How do you do a campaign? Well, there's different ways to do it. There's, of course, Kickstarter, but the one that I used was Indiegogo, and on there it's cool because you can have like perks depending on how much you support. So then people can support you, and then if you raise a certain amount, then you have to usually like follow through with something. So what I did is if I raised enough money, then I would buy a few pieces of camera equipment to help me make a special. So one of the things I got was a drone, and that was a huge help in the special because I could get this aerial perspective that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. So I would say if you're gonna do a campaign, have something solid behind it. So I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to create this special about, you know, like all the different things in my life, like my parents having a surf camp, like all the different things that have kind of happened in my life since I was a kid. And I had a solid plan, a mission. I wasn't just like, just give me money and then I'll think of something to do. So I would definitely recommend having a solid plan before you ask people to support you with money. Madden Mobile Mamba. I'm getting a GoPro tomorrow. I'm so excited. Sweet. Yeah, I hope you can make some great videos. Luke SK, opinion on T7i. Wow, the T7i is already out? Okay, so my first DSLR was a T5i, and I used that camera so much. It's a super great camera if you're starting out. Super awesome. And I still use it to this day. And then there was the T6i, and I guess the T7i is already out. There's so many cameras coming out these days. I can't even keep up with it, with all the different brands, and there's like Mark IIs and Mark IIIs and Mark IVs, and then there's like they changed the name slightly and have a whole new series of cameras. It's so confusing. Gek G Bone. What camera do you recommend to start with? If you're just looking to get one camera, and if you can afford it, I would totally recommend the G7X. It is, by far, from my experience, it is for the ease of use to the quality. There's no other camera that I've heard of or seen that seems to be able to beat it. Because you can have it in full auto, and it delivers great footage. You get like a DSLR, but to get the best quality footage, you're going to need to know how to use manual mode, and of course you can get better footage, but it's going to take more effort. You're going to have to be like more aware of different settings and stuff. So if you're like just starting out and you want just like a small, compact point and shoot that delivers great results, I would totally recommend the G7X. Okay, so Jake Para, what would you recommend to get views on YouTube? All right, so I'm gonna back to different things that has happened in my journey to get me to where I am today. So a lot of people have told me, Atua, you should do challenges, like certain challenges, or make videos about trendy topics, because those videos will get millions of views. And that, while that may be true and they may go viral and get more views, that's not really what my channel is about. From when I started to now, my videos have been about being outdoors, adventuring, having a positive outlook, and I want people to follow me because they want to follow those videos. I don't want to just have like maybe make one video about some trendy topic and then get like a bunch of subscribers, but they're not people who like my content and want to follow my videos. So, you know, if you want, you could do videos about trendy topics. Like there used to be the water bottle flip, then there was the fidget spinner, and I'm sure real soon different little gadgets or things are going to come out that everyone's going to be making videos about. And you could probably make videos about that stuff and get a good amount of views, and you may get subscribers, but that doesn't mean you're going to get people who are going to want to come back to see more videos. So yeah, I try to stay somewhat away of doing just like videos about trendy topics. I like to stay on my mission and the way I like making my videos, because personally I enjoy making the videos the way I make them now. And I don't know if it would be as fun if I was just making these like just about like these challenges and stuff that everyone else is doing. And also, to any of you new people who have recently found my YouTube channel, welcome. Got lots of cool videos. Actually, tomorrow a new video should be coming out. I'm working on it today, and it was a pretty fun adventure. Nerf twins. How tall are you? I'm not sure exactly, but around 5'9", 5'10", somewhere in that ballpark. So I've seen a bunch of you guys say, Atua, why don't you respond to your questions and answer all your DMs and stuff? Now guys, I would love to answer every single comment and reply to every single DM and message and email and stuff, but I'm just getting so many sent in that it is impossible for me to have the time to respond to everyone and still have time to make my videos and do my work and do all that other stuff. So in these live streams, I like to answer as many questions as I can, and also I do Q&As every few weeks or so, and in those Q&As I answer common questions that I see coming in. So if you see a comment and you want that question to be answered, if you like it or comment underneath like #AskAtua, then there's a good chance I will see your comment and answer it in one of my upcoming Q&As. So if you see someone else who writes a comment and you're like, that's a great question, I want to find out the answer to that. If you like it, I like that comment, or include like #AskAtua, then there's a really great chance of me finding it and being able to answer it in an upcoming video. Unknown gamer, do you like Bear Grylls? Well, from a lot of the stuff I've seen on YouTube, a lot of people don't really like him. They're like, oh, he's just fake and everything that he does is fake. And honestly, I don't have like an opinion, but when I first was getting into a little bit of survival and stuff, like if you look up survival and stuff, Bear Grylls shows up and he has a few different like knives and stuff, and because I was like, wow, he just looks like this amazing survivalist, I got a Bear Grylls knife and stuff. But yeah, I mean, don't really have much of an opinion. Ravens Blitz, where are you? I'm in Costa Rica. Okay, back to the topic. Okay, let's see, where were we? So I was talking about my Doom Awesome Stuff special. And like I was saying, that was super awesome because I got to do a bunch of things for the first time, special, bunch of other stuff. But I had no idea that would go over so well, because at the time I had maybe around 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 subscribers, so my channel was fairly small, and that was when I did my Do More Awesome Stuff special and my Do More Awesome Stuff campaign. And considering the size of my channel, it went over way better than I expected. So yeah, that was very cool. And let's see, what else has recently? I found that staying consistent with putting up videos in the long run has helped. It can be different for everyone in your channel, but from my personal experience, just being consistent and keeping up with making the best videos I can make in the long run has helped me out very much, because it's easy to maybe make like a bunch of videos and then you don't see your channel just blow up or something, and then you get demotivated and you're not encouraged to want to keep on making videos. But because I like making videos, I just kept on making videos. Even after like a video would go viral and then all my other videos maybe wouldn't get as many views, that was totally fine by me. I just stayed consistent, kept on filming my adventures, and kept doing my best to make them as interesting as possible. And I would definitely recommend, if you're trying to grow your channel, to be consistent. It's really hard to grow a channel if you make maybe one video every few months, or you make a bunch of videos and then you just your channel just goes dark for a while, because your subscribers, they're gonna see that you're not really putting up videos, and they may unsubscribe or leave or forget about your channel. So I found, for me, what works best is to put up at least like, this is a small amount of videos per week, at least one, that's like very little, at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And then every once in a while I'll do like 4 or 5 videos, but I like to keep a decent consistency. So even if I'm busy with doing stuff and my video isn't necessarily out adventuring and an extravagant edit, at least just sitting down and talking about what I've been up to. So yeah, just stay consistent. Lucy Gwilt, what's the biggest wave you have surfed? So there's this surf competition that goes around Costa Rica, and there's, I believe, like 7 or 8, somewhere around there, competitions throughout different parts of Costa Rica. And one year, myself and my family and a few other surfers, we did all the competitions. And one of the competitions is on the Caribbean side of Costa Rica. So I'm on the Pacific side. On the Caribbean side, one of the surf competitions was there. And at the surf competition, the waves weren't massive, but a few minute walk down from where the competition was, there is, I believe, like the biggest wave in all of Central America. It's called Salsa Brava. If you just search up on the internet or on YouTube Salsa Brava, you will see it's a pretty serious wave. It's no joke. And we went over there and I got a chance to surf that. That was the scariest surf session ever. Now, of course, at the time I was a few years younger, and now I'm a bit more comfortable with a little bit larger waves. But the waves were scary. It's deep water. There's rocks. It's just like the feeling of the place there is scary. It's just spooky. And the waves weren't even as big as they can get. It wasn't like massive when we went, but it was pretty serious stuff. And that was probably the biggest wave. I'm not sure how tall those waves were, but probably around 10 plus feet. And it's not necessarily that they were super tall, but they may have been somewhat tall, but they would just like pound you and suck you down really deep into the depths of the ocean. So yeah, that was probably the biggest wave and the scariest session of my life so far. Oh yeah, hey, Gavrat, CSG. Hey, it's Gavin. We used to hang out with me, you, Joe, I tell you a lot at the skate park. Hey, Gavin, how's it going? Yeah, Gavin is a friend from a while back. Used to hang out with him a ton, skateboarding, skimboarding. Yeah, super fun times. Garrett K. Oh, for a second I thought it was Garrett Jenner. What's the best river treasure that you have ever found? Please answer. Well, I haven't found too many things in rivers, but the coolest thing I found was on the beach, and that was a fin. And that was actually in the last video, which seemed getting the most amount of views from any videos in a short amount of time. But in rivers, yeah, I haven't had too many crazy finds in rivers. I have seen some videos on YouTube where people find like phones and all types of crazy stuff, but mostly I've been able to find just like waterfalls and stuff, so that's also just as cool. So yeah, I was talking about the different points in my YouTube journey, and I was talking about my Do Awesome Stuff special, and then recently the video that has kind of blown up is the video where I believe the title is Broke My Leash, Stranded in the Ocean, but Still Smiling. And that video, I'm not even sure the count by right at this moment, but I believe it has 300,000 to 400,000 views, which is one of the most viewed videos I have ever had. And that video, all of a sudden, for some random reason, started, I don't know, it may have been shared, or all of a sudden it was being recommended for people. And all of a sudden, that video has began doing really well. And I know a few of you guys said that you found my channel through that video. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. That video I made a few months ago, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just cool to tell the story of how I broke my leash, but then earlier that day I found a fin which would have helped me to swim in. And it's hard to concentrate sometimes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that video, I was just telling the story of how I broke my leash and all the stuff that just happened that same day. And that video got a normal amount of views, maybe a couple thousand. And then a few days ago, it just, out of nowhere, just all of a sudden started, Litz Vlogs, 437,000 views. Now, it went from maybe 10 to 20,000 views to 437 views in a matter of days. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't predict which video it is that's going to do the best, because there's no way I could have predicted that video would for some reason get way more views than any other video. So yeah, I've learned to not try to predict which video it is that's going to go viral or get the most views. So yeah, don't try to predict it. It's impossible. You can sometimes get a rough idea as to which video might do better than another, but then for some reason sometimes certain videos, maybe they'll get recommended or just something, and it's just like the snowball effect. It'll start rolling and the video will start getting more views and growing, and that means you're probably getting more subscribers because more people are finding out about your channel. So yeah, crazy. Brad YT, is the Panasonic G7 good? If the Panasonic G7 is the one I'm thinking about, I believe it is good. There's a few people on YouTube who use it. I've never used it and I've never seen it, so don't take my word on it, but I believe it shoots in 4K. So that's pretty cool. It must be pretty good. Everyone says hi. So, hi back. Hey everyone. Thank you all for tuning in on this spontaneous live stream. I'm surprised how many people were able to join in, considering I didn't give any heads up. You guys are all super awesome. And yeah, welcome to any new subscribers who have found my channel very recently, or found my channel through the Stranded in the Ocean video. Yeah, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. Fix the exposure on your face. Yeah guys, I'm using my smartphone for the live stream and I can't control the settings, so maybe I can get it to like properly exposed to my face, but there's this really bright window here and it just, for some reason, it won't adjust to my face. Like if I go like this, it kind of exposes a little bit better. But yeah, sorry about the slightly overexposed. I could try moving. Okay, one second guys, I'm gonna try moving to some better lighting. Actually, it's a little bit darker, but the lighting may overall be better. Here we go. 1 second. Just get this configured. Momentarily delayed. Sorry about this. Okay guys, how is the exposure now? Is the exposure a bit better on my face? If it is, let me know. Okay, James McKenna. Do you know any other YouTubers in person? Yeah, I know Alec from Alec and Wilderland, and I know Luther from... No, I don't know Luther in person. I know Orion, but I have done some I know a few YouTubers who I know fairly well from doing live streams with them, like Luther and Orion, and Oliver. Orion I did meet in person once or twice. So yeah, in total I only know 2 other YouTubers. Yeah, my dad. Oh, okay. Take that back. So. I didn't go to the last VidCon, but 2 years ago I went to the VidCon and I met a bunch of people there who are definitely YouTubers, but I didn't know their name. But I did meet Tanner Fox at that one, but at the time he only had a few 100,000 subscribers, but recently now his channel has totally blown up. I got a chance to meet Garrett Jenner, Fun for Louie, which was pretty awesome, and oh yeah, Jared Polin from Frono's Photo, Devin Graham from Devin Supertramp. I met all of them. I did see, what is that noise? I did see Casey Neistat, but I didn't get to meet him. So yeah, I guess I did meet a few people, but that was a while back. So in the recent times, like that I've met down here, so like I met, but it was, I don't know, it wasn't like I got to talk to them. But I would say the 2 YouTubers who I've got a chance to like collab with and really get to know a bit better is like Alec and Orion in person. So those are the only 2 I'd really like count. The time-lapse channel. Can you talk a little more about how you made money young? Well, a few different things. Let's see. Well, when I was... oh gosh, there's so many people spamming in here. Guys, so funny. Okay, where did the comment go? I saw a comment here. Where'd it go? There's so many comments. Oh wait, Juan Pablo de la Torre Atua. I have the same headphones. Right on. The headphones seem to be working very great. You guys said the mic sounds okay. So, high five. Okay, so real quick, I know many of you guys have questions about like, how do I deal with hate and stuff? And what I've learned is the bigger your channel grows, the more haters are gonna come and wanna hate on you and try to pull you down and stuff. And what I've learned is to just completely ignore them. So I get a decent amount of people, luckily not too many, but I do get many people who just like spam, trying to like just like make me feel bad, or trying to like say how horrible of a person I am and stuff. And if I let it get to me, then it'll make me want to be like, oh, I don't want to make videos. But I use it as fuel. So haters, they make me want to create more videos and better videos, so to prove them wrong. So, you know, I definitely got to thank all the haters who have hated on me, because it's actually motivated me and encouraged me to want to make my videos better. So yeah, that's how you got to look at it. Can't let it get to you, guys. If you let someone writing some comments at you get to you and get in your head, totally messes you up. David Greenwood, do you have any pets? Yep, at the moment I have 2 dogs. They're 2 boxers, and you'll actually see them in my next video once it comes up. One is called Hana and one is Malaya. Hana is actually Malaya's mom, so they're family. Yeah, 2 boxers, and yeah, they're super fun dogs. I hang out with them every day. Hanging out with dogs I love very much. They're always they're just really like cool pets, I find. If I'm ever feeling down, I can just go hang out with them, and they're always just like super happy, super chipper, and they don't really like get mad at you or get like a, okay, well, one of my dogs, Malaya. Sometimes she gets slightly grumpy, but it's very rare. So yeah, I love having dogs around. Let's see, I saw a comment in here. Ariana Vlogs, they are just jealous because you're the sweetest and happiest person in the world. That means a lot. Thank you very much, Ariana. Ariana, I know you've been around for a while because I remember seeing your comments a while back. So thank you so much for sticking around and all the positive comments and stuff. Awesome Vids 05 Rock. How long have you been doing YouTube? Well, I have had my channel, so if you go look at when I started my channel, it was probably a few years ago, but I started and I made maybe 1 or 2 videos, and I didn't really make that many videos, so it wasn't like the day I started I was just like all of a sudden uploading super consistently. At first I would just upload like once in a while and not very often. So I would say probably around 2 to 3 years I've been like actually making videos, but I would say in the past year and a half is when I've started taking it more seriously, like putting up more videos and like being more consistent and stuff like that. Ned Zed Ed, how's the Nimickers? Well, the Nimickers are great. If any of you are familiar with what the Nimickers are. So right now I'm up at this this loft where there's this team of programmers, and the name of their thing is Nimick, but they're working on like a cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin. And what I've been doing is helping them out with filming some of the vlogs and stuff of like what's going on and what they've been up to and stuff. So yeah, the YouTube channel with those videos is called Nimick, N-I-M-I-Q. So yeah, that's been very fun. And how are they doing? Yeah, they're doing great. I believe they're over at another house doing some programming at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know I don't know anything about programming, so I'm not sure how it's going with the actual programming part. But from the looks of it, everything seems to be going good. They're actually recruiting a few people. Vincent Alvelo, how old are you? I've answered this question a few times, but I'm 15. Dank meme. How do you block out the negativity? You learn to deal with it. I find when I started, people would like write in these negative comments, and I would get so riled up about it, and I would sit there like arguing with this person and like writing back like, no, that's not true, and what I found is now if someone like sends in something, it's just like, who cares? It doesn't bother me what you say. I'm here making videos because I like it, and if you want to write some negative comments, that's totally fine, and keep on doing that, but I'm not going to let it get to me, because if someone like writes a negative comment and then you make a video about it, like, oh, this one person is like being so mean to me, and they write all these mean comments, you're giving that hater what they want. They want attention, and they're getting to you, so they're getting you to respond and get like aggravated about it. So yeah, I just don't let it get to me. AI bros, what camera do you use? I use the G7X for pretty much all of my videos. Once in a while I'll use a GoPro for like water shots, but G7X is my all-around most favorite camera. Just works really good. I like it's so convenient and compact, so it just works great for all around. Moon Dude, what is your favorite breed of dog? Well, since the day I was born until now, my family has always had boxers, either at least 2 or 3, and they always have been family, like generation upon generation. So I've only ever had boxers. But dogs that I can think of off the top of my head that seem cool, Dobermans. I think Dobermans are pretty. One of my friends, he has a few Dobermans, and they seem like really cool dogs. Huskies, they look very cool, and I don't know. Yeah, I would say those. Tyler Honeycutt, Apple or Android? Well, at the moment I have an iPhone. It's the first and the only phone that I've ever had. It used to be my dad's, but then he got an Android, so I was able to take over this iPhone. It's an iPhone 5, but there's a lot of reasons why I could see wanting to get an Android. So if I do get a phone in the future, I'm not sure what I would go with if I upgrade one day, but just there's some things about Android it's really irritating not having, like being able to have an SD card that you can just put in your computer and pass music and files over to and put it in your phone. That would be so nice and so convenient. I find with Apple that certain things tend to be more difficult than they should be. And yeah, I mean, for most of the time, it doesn't really matter if I have an iPhone or Apple or an Android, but all I need is something where I can post on my social medias, make calls if I need to, and also if I'm out adventuring, an emergency, I need to call for help, I like having a phone. So yeah, if I do upgrade, may go with an Android for certain features and stuff, but it's not that big of a deal to me. Infinite Gamer 28. Do you like cats? Well, personally, I've never owned a cat, but a few of my friends, they have cats, and they seem to either they like you or they just don't. And if they don't like you, that you can't catch them, you can't pet them, they just like run away. But then but then if the cat really likes you, they like rub against you and like to hang out. So yeah, I would say from my experience, I do like cats. They seem pretty cool animals. The Wrecker. What are your surfboard dimensions? It is my board is a 5'6" by, I believe, 18 or 18 and a quarter inches or so, and then it might be like 2 inches or it's like 2 1/8 or 1/16 or somewhere around there. So it's more of a shorter but wider board. Oh gosh. Giuliano Fantone. Do you like monkeys? Yep, I love monkeys. They're super awesome. I like acting like a monkey sometimes. It can be fun, climbing around, like just eating fruit and stuff, and then like climbing around trees and stuff. Yeah, I like monkeys very much. So cool. They just travel along the treetops from branch to branch, from tree to tree, and yeah, very interesting animals. Cody Griffith. How do I become a successful vlogger? Well, the thing is there's not like a set, like if you do this, you will 100% become a successful vlogger. Because there's so many things about it. There's different types of topics to make your channel about. Maybe your channel is either maybe about reviews, or maybe it's about challenges, or just about vlogs. Personally, I would say certain things like being consistent can have an impact on how successful your channel may be. Yeah, it's hard to say just like a set thing. Like if you just do this, your channel is going to be successful, because there's a lot of different things that go into it. Emma Grace. How do you upload your videos? Well, I upload my videos from my computer, just straight to YouTube, which I believe is how everyone does it. Yeah, I do my editing and my uploading from my laptop. So I film all my footage, and then I just put it in my computer, put it in a folder, edit it up, and then I upload it straight to YouTube. So yeah, it's a fairly simple process. Brian Hernandez. How many languages do you speak? 2 languages, English and Spanish. Hablo inglés y español. Juliana Fantone. Do you ever skimboard? Yeah, I sometimes skimboard. There's this one river that kind of vanished, but it's kind of sort of back, and maybe we'll go check it out one of these days. It's this river that goes straight into the ocean, but the setup of it makes it so you, if the tide and everything is right, you can actually skimboard from this little river lake down into this downslope river and get a bunch of momentum, and then hit the water. And if the wave happens to be coming there, you get like launched. That's being very optimistic if everything lines up perfectly, but I think we'll check it out. I usually go, I think we've gone there a few times. I've gone there a few times with some other friends, and yeah. Okay, so this live stream has been going for about 45 minutes, so it'll probably bring it to an end within a little bit of time. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in, and if you have any last questions, place them right there, and if it's a good one, I will answer it. Sat the Pro. Do you delete your videos? Nope, don't delete my videos. I don't delete my videos off of YouTube because that wouldn't make any sense, and I don't delete any of the raw footage. So I keep a folder with all the raw footage, each individual clip with the music that I use, the thumbnail, the unfinished and rendered project. I keep all of it in a folder. So if I'm in the future, if I'm ever doing something and I want to go back and use footage, I have the raw footage. Because when you render it and when you upload it to YouTube, you inevitably lose a bit of quality. Whereas if you have the raw file, you're keeping that quality. It's, oh wait. Pavel Ziga and a bunch of other people ask, do you have a girlfriend? Well, always got room for one more. Jen Barra, have you ever caught a snake while in river? No, I've never come across a snake while I've been in a river, but I did come across this iguana that was swimming through a river. So that was pretty, it was really crazy. It was one of my videos maybe about a year or so ago. That was a crazy experience to see an iguana in a river, but it was pretty fun. Jose Emmanuel Beltran, what are you recording with? I'm recording with my phone, so yeah. I feel the quality is all right, and this just goes to show you, you can make perfectly fine videos with nothing but your phone. You could make a channel by just doing live streams, and if you do a live stream, you don't have to edit it. You don't have to like plan out what you're gonna say. You just start streaming and start talking and stuff, and it uploads it to YouTube. So if you wanted to keep your uploading super duper simple, you basically just record. You just start a live stream, talk about what you want to talk, and boom, you don't have to edit, you don't have to do anything. Of course, I don't know if it would make sense to do that all the time, but that's one of the great things I find about live streams is I just start the live stream, talk about what I want to talk about, and then it's uploaded. It's such a simple process. Ibrahim K. How do you say your name? Atua. A-T-U-A. Atua Moy. A-T-U-A-M-O apostrophe E. Atua Moy. Actually, Tanner Fox recommended to me that I could call any of you guys who follow my YouTube channel Atua Moyans. So we could, if you guys think that'd be a cool name, Atua Moyans, then we could go with it, maybe. Forrest Gump. Are you afraid of sharks in the water? It's always a thought that you're out in the ocean. Of course, there's going to be big fish swimming around, but I try not to think about it, because if I sit there thinking about it, I'm not enjoying myself, I'm not catching waves as much, I'm just worried the whole time. So I try to not let it get to my head and think about it. What time is it for you? I'm not sure, because I'm in the live stream, and if I close it out, I'm going to mess it all up. But I'm not sure exactly what time it is. Will Fedora, do you plan on coming to Canada? Well, actually, last year, I went for a trip to Canada to visit some family. We went on this on a motorhome camping trip throughout the Rockies and some different really like amazing. We went up to these glaciers. They're totally ice, which is super fun. But yeah, maybe one day go visit back to Canada. I have a good amount of family that actually lives in Canada, so that's a good reason to visit. Have you gone to the UK before? No? Okay, everyone asking about all these countries. No, I haven't been to the majority of the countries you guys are naming. Okay, guys. That's it. That's a wrap for this live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All the awesome questions. Hope you guys enjoyed this spontaneous live stream. There's still 276 people, which is insane. Okay. As always, remember to keep always doing awesome stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be coming out tomorrow. Either tomorrow or late tonight. We will see. We'll have to see about that. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff. See you guys in the next one. Oh, Orion Eschel. What's up, Orion? How's it going? See you guys in the next one. Bang. Orion, no, I just joined. Well, I've been going for 50 minutes, so. Okay, guys, see you guys later.